So my Lord Lieutenant, David Burgess, Adrian Luke, and ladies and gentlemen who may be watching, I welcome you to this Zoom recording today for the presentation of David Luke's Queen's Award for Enterprise in Sustainable Development. 2020 has been quite an extraordinary year, and when we received the wonderful news that we had been awarded this accolade, it really did lift the spirit and pride of everyone at David Luke, because I think that most of you watching will know what sustainability means to us, that we've been on a mission to lead the school uniform market towards a more sustainable future, aspiring to have a really positive and accountable impact on the world, and doing so with lots of kindness and engagement along the way. And so I am delighted to welcome Sir Warren Smith, Lord Lieutenant of Greater Manchester, who has very kindly joined us for this online event to present our founders, David Burgess and Adrian Luke, with this most prestigious of awards. So I will now hand you over to our Lord Lieutenant.
Thank you very much. And can I firstly say, as an introduction, how pleased I am to have the opportunity to do this today. I mean, you all know as well as I do that Manchester's history was built on textiles. And you very much at David Luke have become the 21st century of textiles. And particularly in an age where renewables and environmental improvements are such a must. I mean, the one upside I've found over the last 9 months of lockdown has been, there's been so much less traffic on the road in Manchester. We've got fresher air than I've had in my 73 years in Manchester. I now have a formal speech to make. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, I am here today to present David Luke Limited with the Queen's Award for Enterprise 2020 in the category of Sustainable Development. Without exception, it is the most prestigious award given for business performance, and the award recognises and rewards outstanding achievement by United Kingdom organisations. It's presented in 4 categories: international trade, innovation, promoting opportunity, and as we know today, sustainable development. The awards are made each year by the Queen on the advice of the Prime Minister, who is assisted by an advisory committee that includes representatives of government, industry, commerce, and the trade unions. And as you've already learned, these awards are not easily earned. This year, 19 awards for sustainable development have been made throughout the whole of the United Kingdom. Just 2 in the Northwest, and yours is the only one this year in Greater Manchester. The award is not to an individual, not just to the management, but to the whole workforce. It reflects vision, creativity, sound management, good communication, and an enthusiastic and loyal workforce. And more than anything else, it encapsulates teamwork. I do hope this award will be of tangible benefit to David Luke Limited in the future. Both your competitors and your customers will recognise this as a major achievement. And it's certainly a high standard to live up to, but it's also an incentive to make even further progress in the years ahead. On behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, I have the honour to present David Luke Limited with this, the Queen's Award for Enterprise 2020 in the category of Sustainable Development. May I also, on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, congratulate each and every one of you for this remarkable achievement and give to you all her good wishes for your continuing success. Thank you.
So had we all been together, I guess this is where we would go.
Absolutely. And I'll pass that and the scroll over to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about briefly about the human side of David Luke. And I think David's going to go on about the technological side and the innovations we've made. We started our business in January 1982, just the 2 of us. And we've vowed between the 2 of us that we will try never to fall out, and we never have. We had a pact, which was that we both had to agree on any changes that were made in the business. If we couldn't agree, then we had a debate about it, and if we did agree, we did it, and if we couldn't, we didn't do it, which I think has been a major part of our success. We never wanted to sell the business. We wanted to pass it on to our family. although it's a highly successful business, and as you know, somebody would always wanted to buy it. So anyway, in 2002, both the girls in our family, who were disenchanted, I think, with their current careers, within 6 months of each other said, could we come and work for you? Which David and I were absolutely delighted about, which means that we have a succession in the business, and it might be that even the grandchildren might want a nice career in the textile industry.
So don't wish it on them.
We are both absolutely thrilled to bits to have Catherine and Kirsty working for us. It'll be 20 years since they joined us, which I don't know where the time's gone at all. Briefly, I'd like to just thank everybody, as already been mentioned by you, Catherine, and you, Lord Lieutenant. It's about the whole. It's not just about having a successful business. It's to do with people. So I'd just like to thank everybody that works for us, the board of directors, our representatives and agents, all our staff, some of whom have worked for us for over 30 years, our suppliers, who have been very loyal to us. So I think that's all I've got to say, really, and I'll now pass over to David. By the way, thank you, Lord Lieutenant, for presenting this very prodigious award. We will treasure it forever.
My pleasure. And just to remind you, the Queen's very big on family businesses too.
Yes, you're quite right.
Very good. Well, as Adrian said, we've always been a people business. We like people to make progress in their lives. It's been very important to us over the years, and it's actually that's one of the greatest thrills in building a business, when the people who work for you, you see them grow. We've always had a sustainable ethos. Both Adrian and I have had parents who lived through the war and understood how you don't waste things, that you always look for another use. Sometimes I get my leg pulled. I always save everything, and it's a joy when I find that I can use it. We really first got into on the technical side of sustainability in the late noughties, about 2008, 2009, when we knew that there were some yarns that were made from recycled plastic bottles. They'd been around since the 1990s, but there's been very little development of the yarns, and we got to know about some technical developments, and we worked with a yarn mill to produce what's called an octolobal yarn, and which doesn't reflect light in the same way as a just total circular yarn, and we started making school blazers. It costs more money, unfortunately. I had a long discussion about how we all had to try and keep it the same price as non-recycled yarn, and the yarn people laughed. But we, in fact, decided eventually, after about a year, to make it the same price, and that's what started that changeover. Because at the time, very few people, in fact, most people were suspicious of anything that said recycled, and you know, I have a memory of our two biggest competitors, who we over the years have not been unfriendly with, really giving me a bad time about this will never work and nobody wants recycled stuff and all this. And I said, look, in the future, I don't know how long, but 5-10 years, it will be the thing. And it's been wonderful to see them follow us, because as Catherine said, our ethos was to lead the market. And when we say lead, that means pull it with us and not just take the market, because that isn't what brings sustainability. So there is, as Adrian's always said, there's business for everybody, and you have to keep doing things that make you worthy of being a leader. So plastic bottles started with blazers, And then almost each year, we worked with the different yarn people and fabric people, and we managed to get virtually all the fabrics so that the polyester comes from recycled plastic bottles, which has been fantastic. And this next year, one of the most difficult is going to be changing, which is the school shirt and blouse. But one of the other key things we did was tie up with Eco Schools England, because we felt that if we could get this message across and get into the minds of children, it would help them as they journey through life, and we know how enthusiastic they are as primary school children. Fantastic. Secondary school, it's not as easy. There's lots of things going on in their lives. But if they can get through into adulthood and have families of their own and remember all the things that have been happening in their lives, we felt that it would secure what would be a new generation of people who really took responsibility for those important things in their lives. And if we played just a small part of it, just a small part, it would be the most wonderful thing to say. And I remember saying in a company video that if I had to stand in front of my grandson and say, yeah, I knew that we could do that, but it wasn't going to be very competitive. I don't know how many we'd sell. I didn't bother with it. When I knew that all it needed was that determination, I couldn't stand in front of him and say, you know, I'm proud of what we've done, because I might have made more money, but I wouldn't have achieved. We would not have achieved what we have achieved so far. So influencing the market, influencing in effect the people who are wearing the uniform has been fantastic. And as Adrian said, and we've all said, it was such a great thrill to win it. I'm telling you, it was one of the. I was in Australia with meeting with my wife and seeing our son and helping him move house, and it was very emotional anyway. But I would say we'll just keep working hard. We'll use this as a further platform to keep building on what we've done. We are determined to get that sustainability ethos everywhere we can, in everything we do, not just school uniform. We're doing other things as well, and everything we can. So I think it has been the most wonderful thing. As you say, it is a great. You can't think of from a business point of view a greater honour, and we absolutely will make sure that we use it in a very positive way. And thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. As a Mancunian born and bred, I'm proud to see companies like yours. I really am. So well done to all of you.
Thank you very much.
I would just like to close by saying a big thank you to the Lord Lieutenant of Greater Manchester for joining us today to present our award, to our founders and all-round ethical mentors, David and Adrian. And I'd like to thank the whole team at David Luke, because it is absolutely down to you. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to you, and have a safe journey home.
Thank you very much.